It only took like, 8 months? But I finally have the greatest anime in history. Hello brothers, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of August 2025. I'm not gonna dwell over this too long because I actually have quite a lot of manga to go through, so let's just dive straight into my manga haul. And first up we have Kaiju number 8 volume 13. There is not much to say about Kaiju number 8 except that it has ended. It won't be long, maybe a year or so, and then we will actually have the whole series in this edition. One thing I am curious about is, are we gonna get a sequel series? Because looking at the end of Kaiju number 8, it leaves a lot on the table for potential expansion of either sequel series or spin-offs. I'm just hoping for more content because I actually do enjoy the world. But yes, Kaiju number 8, volume 13. On to the next one. And that is Dandadan, also volume 13. Not much I can say about this one because I have yet to start reading Dandadan, but I have actually read all of my Elusive Samurai volumes and I'm currently going through Sakamoto Days. Every time I ask, is Sakamoto Days a good series? I'm looking forward to reading Sakamoto Days. People just said, you should actually look forward to it because it is awesome. It is fantastic and is a lot of fun. And I must say, it is all of those things. But yes, Dandadan, volume 13. Can't say shit about it because I haven't read it yet, but I will soon. Alright. Next one. And next up we have Kagurabachi Volume 1, Volume 2 and Volume 3. So yes, I went ahead and bought all the 3 volumes I committed to this year, and Kagurabachi, as I alluded to in the beginning of the video, is, at least when you're following the meme, the greatest anime ever produced, even though it doesn't have an anime as of yet. At least at this recording. I'm pretty sure it will soon. But yes, Kagurabachi, I was following this series since the first chapter dropped because of all the memes. I mean, the week the first chapter dropped. Damn, I need new lights. The week the first chapter dropped, I mean, Twitter just went insane with just calling it the best anime ever, the best manga ever. It was peak. And of course, I was curious. I had to check it out when the official translation actually dropped, and gotta say I was hooked. So I've been following along the series since then, and now finally I have it in physical form. And yes, I'm not being serious when I say I finally have the greatest anime ever. But I am so stoked to have this awesome series because it wears its influences on its sleeves like Quentin Tarantino and other Western movies. But nevertheless, I'm glazing it too much. I'm just saying, I enjoy the series and I appreciate the cinematography in the series. But yes, Kagurabachi, the first 3 volumes, and from here on out, I'm just gonna continue collecting whenever a new volume drops. Next one. And next up we have Wishlist Atelier Kitchen Volume 5, which I believe will be the final kitchen volume I will have in a long time because as of yet, not enough chapters have dropped for 6 volume in Japan. So, and there is this caveat to it that I am still trying to sell my first 5 volumes of Wishlist Atelier, not having anyone bite yet because I am selling them for a bit higher price considering it is second hand, but again, they are perfect condition. I have yet to open them, and yeah, they were bought this year, but I'm trying to sell them not for too much of a loss, but still accepting that I'm gonna get a loss. But hopefully I will be able to sell them soon so I can get them out of my life, and looking forward to next year when the Grimoire edition drops. Looking so much forward to that. Alright, on to the next one. And next up we have Gachiakuta Volume 4. And yeah, can't say much about it. I have yet to get around to reading this. I think it's 7 or 8 volumes are out in total. So there is a high chance I will be able to collect all of it this year, which I'm very stoked about because then I'm caught up. But yes, Volume 4, 1 volume more, and I will have actually managed to complete my wishlist entry for that one. Alright, we still have 3 series left to go, so let's keep going. And next up we have Versus Volume 2 and Volume 3, which completes everything that's out of Versus as of now. Volume 4 have yet to drop, and I have not looked up when it will. But at least now I will be able to read what is out in English of Versus, something I look very much forward to, because again, the author is one famous for writing Mob Psycho 100 and One Punch Man, and the artist is the one who is drawing Tenkaichi. And if you haven't read it yet, it doesn't have an official English translation in book format, but it does have an official English translation on the Kodansha app. So there's that. But if you have any way to check it out, I highly recommend you to it, because the art is awesome and the fight scene are glorious. But nevertheless, we only have 2 more volumes to go, and they are kind of big. And next up we have Vagabond Definitive Edition Volume 3, and I can see my face tracker on my camera is perfectly detecting this face right here. This just goes to show how good Inui's art actually is. But yes, the 3rd volume. We're gonna get 1 or 2 more this year, can't quite remember. Nevertheless, 3 volumes down, technically a quarter of the way through. Again, it depends if the 12th volume of the Definitive Edition is gonna include volume 37 of the singles, or if they're gonna split it up. I think they're gonna include it, but we'll see. It's still gonna take like a year or something, maybe more, until they actually have that volume. But yes, only have 1 more volume to go. Let's do it. And last but definitely not least, we have Übelblatt Deluxe Edition Volume 3. I am so happy every time I manage to collect one of these, because my history with it. In case you don't know, back in the day I bought Volume 0 with the intention of starting collecting Übelblatt, and that was the year, that was the moment that Yen Press decided they are no longer gonna reprint any of the volumes, so it came out of print quickly, which meant it was impossible for me to actually collect this series, because I was not gonna pay overpriced for secondhand volumes. So now that I'm gonna be able to collect the whole series in this deluxe edition, it's just so awesome. We have 3 volumes, there's still 5 more to go, which means at the end of next year we should have all of Übelblatt in deluxe editions. I'm so stoked for that. But I'm not gonna focus on that right now, because this month we actually managed to do some progress on my wish list, so I think we should take a look. Alright, so I'm just gonna bring the second half of the list up here, and we're gonna start with Kagurabachi. I committed to the first 3 volumes, and in one haul I managed to get all 3, so I'm gonna cross that one out. Then we have Versus. I had Volume 1 in the tank already, but now I also managed to get Volume 2 and 3, so once again, entry complete. We're gonna cross that one out. And finally, we have Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen. Committed to the first 5 volumes. I've forgotten all 5 volumes. I'm crossing that one out. And I mean, considering we are halfway through the year, I think we are actually making good progress. We are more or less over halfway done with the list, at least. But I also know that the first half of the list, most of these are going to get crossed out in October if we are lucky, otherwise it's going to be November, December. So there's that. But again, this doesn't really tell us much. Instead, we should look at this right here, which shows that of my entire wish list, I have managed to collect an impressive, if I must say so myself, 75%, which is insane, because we're not 75% through the year yet. That's next month. We're actually only 66% through the year. So again, it looks like I will be able to complete my wish list this year, which awesome. But let's see. But yes, that is my wish list. And that is my manga haul of August 2025. Now, I don't know if you are actually keeping up with all the insane publisher news that's just dropped lately, but it's holy hell. Nevertheless, it seems like we are getting every single series we have ever wished for. I made a video earlier this year where I was contemplating, since we're gonna get Kingdom in a few months, what other series would I want actually get an official English translation? And we are actually moving quite fast through that list, because not only are we gonna get Baki in, I think it's October, we're also gonna get Billy Bat next year, which is insane. I mean, just complete the whole list, please. And if that is the case, then next year I will make a new list, because then it seems like whatever I wish for will come true. Fingers crossed for Gans Deluxe Edition next time, please. But yes, that is my manga haul. What does your manga haul look like? And of all the recent announcements, it could be Billy Bat, it could be Beck, it could be anything in between. Which of the new announced releases that's gonna drop later this year, or more likely in spring next year, are you looking most forward to? Because I think there's gonna be a lot of titles that are rarely brought up in manga videos, manga haul videos, or what have you, unless you are, I don't know, Prom D or something. I think he's the only one who reads besides mainstream manga. But anyway, I'm looking very much forward to hear what you are looking forward to. I think for me, it's just gonna be Billy Bat, because I have so much good things about it, and I have others of Urasawa's great stories. So yes, whatever you think, come around me your thoughts and stories. Until see you in the next video, just remember to stay awesome. See ya.